Good morning, everybody. I'm Christy, and this is my channel, Job for Girl Stitches. And I am back today with a special episode thanks to Cheryl McKinney, and she is Tranquil Stitches on Flosstube. And she has a Flosstube collaboration, and this one is called Designer Showcase. So basically what we're doing is we're picking 3 of our favorite designers, and we are sharing with you a little information about how they got started, fun facts about them, so you can get to know the designers a little more and their backstory. So thank you, Cheryl, for including me in this. I'm super excited, a little nervous because I'm hoping I can do these 3 amazing designers justice. And there are, like I said, there are other Flosstubers also doing this. So I will link all of them in the show notes. So I encourage you to go check them out and see what their favorite designers are and learn more about them. Okay, so the first designer I have chosen is Lori Holt. And she has been designing for about a year, and I'm going to show one of her patterns real quick. I mean, how cute is this one? So, and she has tons of them, you guys. So a little bit about her. She was born into a quilting and stitching family. She started learning to stitch and quilt from her grandmothers at a very young age. She has a cute little story where she, her grandmas would have the frame, the quilt frame, and she would be underneath it, and they would pass her down the needle, and she would thread it and then pass it back up. She said she was basically born with a needle in her hand. So they started teaching her on linen, you guys, linen. That's how she first learned. And they did mostly samplers back then. And then in the 80s, when cross-stitching got really super popular, she just went full-fledged into it, and she stitched all the time. And one of her favorites was Prairie Schooler, which I thought was pretty cool. And she started designing her own patterns because she wanted to bring cross-stitch back to people who have not cross-stitched in a really long time. Because there was like a little lull there where cross-stitching wasn't as popular as it is now. And her inspiration comes from her quilts and her love of all things vintage, and absolutely adorable. So now she works with Zyguart, I probably butchered that, and Riley Blake Designs, and they produce her fabric. And she has Ada for beginners, because she knows a lot of people didn't really always like to stitch on linen, so she wanted to give them options of other fabric to stitch on. So she designs Ada, and now she is designing Lugana, which is one of my favorites now. And that's for, a little bit more of an advanced stitcher, but honestly, her fabric is so easy to stitch on. You guys will absolutely love it. She also has teamed up with Kimberly at the Fat Quarter Shop, and she came to her one day and said, Kimberly, I want to start designing cross-stitch patterns. And Kimberly was like, let's go for it. So they teamed up, and all of her patterns are produced and sold on Fat Quarter Shop. And I think that's really cool that they teamed up, and they are an amazing team. That's one thing that she told me, and I'm like, I 100% agree. It's awesome. And so I'm going to show you a couple of her patterns. Farm Girl. This is, let's see, you guys know most of these. Happy Camper, how cute is that? And then again, this one. So She Did, Love. And then she even has little stitch cards. And she has some autumn ones, which I do not have over here. I don't know what happened to them. I gotta find them. And she's going to be having a stitch along, and it's through Fat Quarter Shop. And it's similar to this pattern, except she's taken motifs out of other things of her patterns, and she's adding different ones to them. And she actually has a floss pack, 2 different floss packs, because Kimberly's doing one set and Lori is doing another one. So you get 2 choices. And it's going to be Stitchtober, which is October 9th through the 16th. And they encourage you to stitch anything Halloween, but I am going to be stitching her newest design. Well, this is an older one, but with a new version of it. And I am super excited to start that. And I will talk more about that in my regular Flosstube video. And I do have one piece that I have finished of hers, Each Sleep, Stitch, Repeat. And I love this one. It was easy to stitch, and it's one of my favorites. It hangs up in my craft room. So everybody go check her out. You can find everything that you want of hers, quilting and stitching, at Fat Quarter Shop. Okay, next designer that I chose, which is probably no surprise, Frosted Pumpkins. Okay, so Frosted Pumpkins was created by Amanda and Ashley, and they have been best friends for 10 years. And they started when Amanda wanted to learn to stitch. And she wanted something more kawaii, more cutesy, less modern to stitch. So Ashley was actually going to school as a graphic designer, and Amanda designed quilts at the time. And Amanda had some ideas, and she told me she would basically just sketch out or kind of very vaguely give Ashley an idea of what she wanted, and Ashley would go in and make the most amazing patterns. She is super talented. And that's basically how they started that, and that's how they ended up becoming the Frosted Pumpkins. And they started with just a few simple patterns online, and their first stitch along was the Fruit of the Month. And they only had 12, less than 12 people actually join that stitch along. So if you think about that, I was kind of surprised. I was like, wow, they have come a long way, because I mean, they have just so many people that love their patterns and do all of their stitch alongs now. And they were actually the first company to do online mystery sales, which I thought was pretty cool too. And when they finish their patterns and they finalize them, they get together because they live I think a couple hours apart, but they both live in California. So they get together, they go to Michael's or Joann's, and they brainstorm, they have lunch, they make a day of it, and they have an amazing friendship. And they basically kept making cute patterns, and their following grew, and they are so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you that buy their patterns, that stitch them. They love going onto social media, onto Instagram, onto Facebook, and seeing their stuff stitched up and how people finish them and make them into beautiful works of art. They love working together, that they get to be two best friends that get to do this amazing journey together. And another thing I noticed about them is they are both very supportive of each other. And I think that is a huge, huge reason of why they are so successful. And you guys, they have some amazing, even if they couldn't get any cuter, they never run out of ideas. That's one thing they told me, that, you know, they always worry, well, what if we don't have any more ideas? And she says it just doesn't ever happen because they're just so brilliant. So one of the things I was going to show you that I have stitched there, I've stitched tons of other things, but one that maybe you haven't seen was Sleepy Hollow. And I stitched this quite a few years ago. And I love this one. It's so cute. And then another one just a quick one to show, was the one I made into a pillow. So there are so many different things that you can do with their patterns. They also sell cute needle minders. I love both of these. They're always wood with cute little, the pumpkins, what are they? Jack and Sugarloaf. They're always in there. And you can just download their patterns. Most of them are PDF, but they also do sell kits with the fabric and the floss and everything in it. You can do either. And they have done something special. They have offered my viewers a promo code. So when you go to your checkout, you're just going to put in for the promo code Java Girl in all caps, and you are going to get $1 off of each pattern you buy. And whether you order just a PDF or you buy a kit, like with a PDF and the fabric, you will get $1 off. So if you buy one, you get $1 off. If you buy 5 different patterns, you get $5 off. So I thought that was really awesome and amazing for them to offer that to you guys. So if you want any Frosted Pumpkins patterns, go now and get them, because you get a little bit of a sale on them. So thank you, Ashley and Amanda. That was really nice of you. Okay, my last designer that I'm featuring is Caterpillar Crossstitch. And she is new to me. I know she's been around for a little while, but I've recently discovered her. And in 2013, she was working as a lawyer. And she went on maternity leave with her first child, and she didn't go back. She decided that she wanted to leave the law and concentrate on designing bright, modern cross-stitch patterns for everybody to enjoy. And hers are more, they're still cute, you guys, but they're more modern, and she does typography, I believe is what it is. It's really amazing lettering, which that's what kind of drew me into her patterns. She does lots of mystery sals. That's one of her big things. And so I have joined the newest one, the Deck the Halls. And I will show you what I've done on that. So every 2 weeks you get a new clue. So this was clue 1, this is clue 2, and the third one just came out on Friday. So I need to start that. She also makes cute, adorable needle minders to match her sals. And then I have another one right here too. And this one is Hello Pumpkin. They're very well made, very super cute. She also has little bags that you can stick all of your cross-stitch project in. Super cute. And then she does have ones, she doesn't do just mystery styles, she also has other PDFs. Look how cute that is. So I really, really like her style too, because you guys know I like all things cutesy. So all of them, cute stuff. Okay, let's see what else. She also, well, you guys know she designs needle minders and bags. And a really awesome fact I found out about her is she has a needle minder. It's called Be Brave, and she donates $2 from every sale of that needle minder to cancer research in the UK. And for me, anybody that donates for a good cause, I absolutely love that. You know Kimberly at Fat Quarter Shop, she does Make-A-Wish, and I think that's amazing when designers take the time and they take a portion of their proceeds and donate to a really amazing cause. And being that my mom died of breast cancer, I really love the fact that she donates to research for that. Okay, those are my 3 designers, you guys. I'd like to say, again, a special thank you to Cheryl McKinney. Thank you so much for including me in this. I was honored to be part of it. I think it's an amazing idea. I love that people get to learn more about the designers. And I want to say also a special thank you to Lori, Amanda, and Ashley, and Sally, who I basically just messaged them and explained what I was doing and like, hey, can you give me some information on how you got started and anything that I could share with my viewers. And each one of them messaged me back and gave me amazing stories and more than I had hoped for. So all of you, I am so grateful, and thank you so much for participating and letting me share your stories with every one of you. So I think that is it. So everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, check out the other floss tubers in my notes that are doing the same thing. And again, I will have a little bit more information and fun facts about the designers in my show notes if you're interested in watching there and checking that out. So again, everybody have a great day, and I will see you guys next Wednesday on my regular